You guys have never seen those commercials? If you or a loved one were impacted by banana glass shards in the 1970s, you have a phone, you have a lawyer. Well, I know when I'm making emergency banana kits, the first thing, and we've all been there, right? I mean, we've all been there. I mean, we've all walked through like a hospital or a department store, and right by the AED, there's that little. Sometimes I know that you got to look, right? But there's that little box, right? In that box, everyone knows there's bananas in there, right? Or those aren't just my stores, right? Or those aren't just Chantal's stores too, right? You guys have those. Sometime, well, I can tell you what happened is, if you remember back in the 70s, well, you might not be able to, but I've heard stories that back in the 70s, what they did is they put those bananas in those old style fire extinguisher cases, and they had the little mallet that said, in case of an emergency, break for the banana. And a lot of people would break it, and then glass shards would get into the banana peel. And then you were trying to, unpeel a banana that had glass shards all over it. And that might actually have been why they invented plastic, because the banana breaks. But now what they've done is they've tucked them under the AEDs. You just have to look for them. Go into the next time you're in a store, just go up, look at the LED, or excuse me, the AED, and you'll see. Actually, the glow of the LED that lets you know, the green glow that lets you know it's operating from the AED, usually helps illuminate that emergency banana. I mean, I don't know how you guys don't know this. Trey B says she was a victim of the banana glass shards. It's very common. You guys have never seen those commercials? If you or a loved one were impacted by banana glass shards in the 1970s, you have a phone, you have a lawyer. I mean, I'm pretty sure, those cases are still being tried today. So I don't understand why you guys are so, against this. Of course it happened. What else was in her? What else was in that emergency kit that they put with those banana boxes? Let me see if I can find it real quick. It was the live stream, right? It was a banana. What was the other? Somebody tell me what the other thing was. I can't see it. I'm putting together an emergency kit. I'm going to put a first aid kit in there and then an old banana. Because, I mean, honestly, how many times have we been out somewhere and been like, man, if only I had a old banana right now.
The symptoms of hypoglycemia can vary from person to person, but some common ones include feeling shaky, sweaty, dizzy, confused and weak. You may also feel hungry and have a headache or experience heart palpitations. If left untreated, hypoglycemia can lead to more serious symptoms such as seizures, loss of consciousness, and even coma. To recognise hypoglycemia, it's important to be aware of the symptoms. If you have diabetes, you may also use a glucose meter to check your blood sugar levels regularly. If your levels are below 4 millimoles, you're experiencing hypoglycemia. If you're experiencing symptoms of hypoglycemia but do not have your meter at hand, it's safer to assume you're having an episode and have some treatment. If you experience any symptoms of hypoglycemia, it is important to act quickly and treat your hypoglycemia. Here are some steps you can take. Check your blood sugar levels. If you have a glucose meter, check your blood sugar levels immediately. If your levels are below 4, you're experiencing hypoglycemia. Treat your hypoglycemia. Eat or drink something that contains sugar, such as a glass or carton of fruit juice, about 150 to 200 mils, a handful of sweets, such as 4 to 5 jelly babies or 4 to 5 dextrose tablets. Wait 10 to 15 minutes and then check your blood sugar levels again. If your levels have not risen, repeat the treatment. Eat a snack. Once your blood sugar levels have returned to normal and you're not planning to eat a meal within the next hour, eat a snack that contains carbohydrates such as a piece of fruit or bread. This will help stabilise your blood sugar levels and prevent hypoglycemia from reoccurring.
Juice. You're right, you. Juice and a banana. I mean, what quality survival kit doesn't include those two staples? I know a lot of times, growing up on the water, we would go out, boats would have first aid kits. And the first thing I would always check would be, do we have life? And you probably watch some body cam footage where they go out and they check boats. They want to make sure they've got all the life preservers, make sure everything's up to date, make sure no one's been drinking. But also they have to make sure, do you have your banana juice and water kit on board? Those are absolute must-haves. You've never been on an airplane? None. You know what? This is how I know Chantal is right. She says none of you guys have traveled anywhere. So you mean to tell me, how many people are in here? Quickly. No one's been blocked yet. I'm really proud of you guys. I really am. It means a lot to me. I'm still waiting for the number. I am still waiting for the number. All right. So, I mean, less than 300 people in here. None of you have ever been on a flight and the flight attendant stands up or they play the video and they go over, in the event of emergency, the first thing that happens is the banana and juice fall down. And if things get worse, then the oxygen falls. The first thing that goes down is that banana and juice kit. I mean, clearly, you're not international travelers in here because we all know, anyone that's really traveled knows that's the first thing. The Dole Corporation, how much money must Dole make with those, dropping? Because they got to be replaced every 2 or 3 days. They're not just good forever. So we all know, Dole, does Dole also make Juicy Juice? Probably. Right? I'm not making any of this up, Green Gelatin. Actually, you know what? I sat there and I said, you know what? You guys have been really good, but then Green Gelatin had to go screw off. Moderators, Green Gelatin, out of here. Out of here for that comment. Mods, I don't want to see another post. I'm serious. And me and the mods had a long talk before the stream. That's why it was late. We sat down. We really talked. You can lead a horse to a banana, but you can't make it drink the juice. Right? Why would you lead a horse to a banana? But no, I guess that's how it goes. Right? No. You can lead a horse to juice, but the horse will not bring you back a banana. That's how it goes. Spirit Airlines does hand out bananas to their passengers. That's why Spirit Airlines planes are yellow. Do you guys not know this? Like common stuff? Like Hertz originally, the reason Hertz logo is yellow is because they were the first ones to have in cars the emergency juice and banana kits. You know what? I'm really starting to believe Chantal more when she says that you guys are just not versed in traveling by air, land, or sea. And it's just all coming out tonight. You can teach a man to fish, but you shouldn't teach anyone anything unless you're packing a banana and juice, just in case there's some type of an emergency.